Whenever you guys hear me talk about blaming appropriately where blame belongs, people don't understand. But what I want to show you how ingrained within the psyche of not only the political brass, but journalism, the blame the average American citizen as opposed to those who are effecting damage on us all. I want to show you this. Most people aren't going to catch it, but I want you to see this and then we'll take it on the other side.
The biggest domestic political fallout from the current war, obviously, is gas prices. And we are up to some 24 states that are considering gas tax holidays. One right here in neighboring Maryland already has done it. Georgia's already done it. It's hard to say no to these as a politician, Shane, is it not?
Absolutely, and it's something that the states can do unilaterally, right? They can take a bigger chunk out of the gas prices than the federal gas tax can be. At the end of the day, it's not going to dramatically lower the price at the pump, though. I mean, these prices are factored in. Oil is sold on the global market. It's an indexed price. It can make people feel really good, and it can let the governors say, hey, I'm doing something for you, when maybe it looks to make the president look a little bit weaker, but it's a Band-Aid.
It's terrible policy. First of all, there's no guarantee legally that the producers or the retailers are going to pass that break on to the consumers. Second of all, it gets people to drive more when supplies are short, so it's going to pump up prices overall because it's inflationary. And third of all, it's terrible climate policy. So it's really bad policy.
It's also terrible pothole policy. Forget climate. It depletes the transportation.
The Highway Trust Fund. So it's a $20 billion hit on the Highway Trust Fund if everyone did it. But the other thing is the windfall profit tax, and that's what senators and other House members are really looking at. But that would get producers to produce less. So there's no really quick.
The issue is the oil supply. So I got to ask, David, is the Iran deal, is some of the motivation here about increasing some supply too? Is this why we're still?
I don't think it's the reason. I think,
or is it a benefit?
There's a genuine desire, obviously, to cap the Iranian nuclear program again. But that is a side benefit. The administration had hoped that our erstwhile Saudi friends might help out by pumping a little more oil. That doesn't seem to be happening.
They said niet.
They said they did right. So I think that is a benefit. I just have to say about gas prices. I know that this is a big political issue, but there's a sense of disproportion. I mean, here's the center of Europe in flames, and the big issue in America is our gas price going to go up, by another 50 cents. People ought to just, part of being a superpower is sucking it up and getting through.
But political leaders have to then make that case, though, right? I'm not I don't disagree. You've got to say that, and we kind of say, hey, that's going to take some sacrifice. Oh, by the way, the administration's thinking about passing out gas cards. You want to talk about messing up the supply? That would have done that.
Gas prices are the easy thing to point to, right? Both for Republicans who are looking to make a point against this president and also for people to say, how am I feeling day to day? Inflation, more largely, is the bigger issue.
I hope you realize that. Listen to what he said. The Ukrainians are going through hell. All Americans are going to have to do is pay 50 cents or so more in taxes. You Americans are such obnoxious, spoiled characters. Hey, look, let me tell you something, okay? Yeah, it's only 50 cents or more, so by the end of the day, $1 something, $2 more for gasoline. But here is the thing that I don't see any of them talking about or blaming or characterizing the way they should. Check this out. They first say, oh, Americans should suck it up 50 cents. Why not say, these guys are gouging you because by charging you more for this gas price in these difficult times, they're making profits and they're doing it on your back. It's costing them nothing more to do it to make that extra profit that they're making. That's numero uno. But you know what was even worse? We hear Andrea talk about the windfall profit tax. It would be great to have a windfall profit tax on all the excess profits these guys are making and then throw it right into green energy, making sure we have windmills and back in store so that when the wind is not blowing and the sun is not shining, it's backed up that we can use that energy throughout the day. All of that is investments we could get from a windfall profit tax from these guys stealing raw from us, right? But they don't say that. They just say, well, if we put on the windfall profit tax for those excess profits, what they're going to do is reduce supply. Do you see what's going on here? They are putting our well-being in the hands of private corporations who want to make a profit on our backs at all cost. Think about that. Everybody always say government do this or government do that or government has the boot on your neck. It's never government with the boot on your neck. It is always the corporate structure with the boot on your neck. They're the ones who they're the ones who will bribe. They're the ones who will hold you hostage. You don't pay me for this gas at the inflated price that I want, I'm going to make you suffer. So a week ago when I came out and I really castigated the oil companies and I said it is time that if these guys don't behave to nationalize the oil companies because everyone needs oil, it is for benefits. We don't complain about our water system being nationalized. Of course, they're trying to privatize it now as well. But we all love the idea of the consistency of having fresh water in this country through the pipes, fresh water. Because the government is going to be there to ensure you have fresh water to drink. Let's not talk about the part with lead and that sort of stuff. That's another issue altogether. But we know we're going to get fresh water. So why not do the same thing for us for another substance that is very necessary for us, for gasoline, for oil? Nationalize the oil companies, given that they've proven that their sole purpose is to make monies on your back. Their sole purpose is to take advantage of you during wars and all these other issues. Think about this, people. Listen to this discussion that we just listened to. They are scared to have a windfall profit tax that can leverage green energy. Why again? Because they will hold us hostage by reducing supply even further. And you Americans are so obnoxious. You're complaining about 50 cents more on the gasoline while those people in Ukraine are going through a war. Oh, so petty of you guys. Not one peep to say that these corporations are what these corporations are. Evil entities that are there to profit on your backs and on everything that is happening to you right now. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.